All right, so let me show you how to quickly and easily customize this Canva template. So whether you're a designer or not, you'll be able to add photos, change text, and tweak the overall layout of this template just to make it your own. Hi, if we haven't met, my name is Uzo. I am the creator behind Triple U Creations. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I don't want to keep this video long, so I'm just going to show you just very key aspects of the template. Um, so before you start customizing, one thing that I like to do and what I recommend that you do is to duplicate the template so that you have the original to go back to in case you make a mistake and need to go back and grab elements from the original. Okay, so here is how to duplicate it. You can either duplicate each individual spread by clicking this icon right here, but since I have 3 spreads with this design, because it has some bonus pages with it, I'm going to highlight all 3 and then hit duplicate all 3 pages. Okay, and then you have 3 pages. And then I've duplicated some because I've started working on it. I like to put like a blank page in between. That way I know which one I'm working on and which one's the original. Just a little tip there. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. Now, I've been working on this one, and this is kind of where I want to continue off of. Now, you will see these purple grid lines. They are there to help with printing, to make sure that everything is where it should be and nothing is cut off. If you don't like to see it, you can turn it off. But what I will recommend is that once you are done editing your template, that you turn it back on so you can make sure that all your text, all your images, everything falls within the print margin, okay, so that it looks pretty when it's printed. Now, if you don't know, we do print this size, which is the 17 by 11 inches, so 17 by 11 inches, and it folds to a US letter 8.5 by 8.5 by 11 inches, okay? So if you're customizing for printing, make sure, and you want to print through us, make sure that you print this size of 17 by 11 inches. We do have the larger size, it's 24 by 18 inches, that folds to 12 by 18 inches. So just know that we have that option. And those ones tend to be used more for like photo shoots and stuff because it only prints on one side and then the inner pages are blank. Just FYI. All right, let's get back to this template. We talked about this grid, right? If you want to take it out because you don't care to see it, go over here to File, Settings, and then click the Show Ruler part, and then it'll take it out. Okay, I'm going to leave it on for this one. So I'm going to keep that on. So let's start with how to get the photos in there. Now, you will most likely be getting your photos from your computer or an external hard drive, whatever the case may be. So you are going to head on over to Upload here and then click Upload Files, and then you'll be able to grab your, and then you grab it and then click Open. And then once you open it, or once you click Open, it'll upload it right here, and then you can take it and then drag it here, okay? I'm going to be getting my image from Canva. So it's the same concept. Basically, find your photo, grab it, and drop it in here. Now, if you grab your photo and you plop it into the frame and it just doesn't sit quite where you want it to sit, or it's cutting some certain aspects of the photo, you can double click it and then kind of shimmy it around to get it to where you want it to be, okay? Please excuse the noise in the background. The kids are home today, so please forgive the noise in the background. But that's how you get the image done there. Now, if you can play around with the filters, and I like to do that. Some people like the black and white classic newspaper look. Some people like to play around with the warmth and the coolness of the photo. So once you click the photo, click Edit, and it'll open up this little area right here where you'll be able to see filters. And some of the filters that I like to use are this Nimbus or Oceanic. So I mean, play around with it and see what tickles your fancy. For that like newspaper look, I'll either use slate or newspaper. I prefer slate. personally. But I'm actually going to keep the original. So there's that. Like I said, every single part of this template you can change. You can even change the word search, and this one I really want to talk about. And I'm going to, create another page to show you how to do that. So you should be able to do this on the free Canva account. Head on over to apps, and you want to look for the app. You want to type it here if you've never used it before. Type Activities Makers, and you'll see this app right here. Click on it, and you want the word search. Grab your words that you want in your word search, and then you can pop them in here, or if you have them in a file, you can upload it here. So it says 1 word per line. So I'm going to go ahead and give it what it wants. 1 word per line. Yes. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right, so those are my words. And then once I'm done entering all of that, I am going to come down here, and you can decide the maximum number of words you want per puzzle. I mean, you can tweak it to your fancy, the number of rows you want. I'm just going to keep them as is, but just know that you can change it to whatever you want, okay? And then down here, you can decide the word search directions. I'm just going to check these ones off, but you choose what you want. And then I'm going to hit generate. And when I do that, it gives me my words, it gives me the answers, and then it gives me the actual word search, okay? Now you'll see that there's some gaps here, and there is a reason why that is. Probably has to do with the way I entered my words here. Yeah, but that shouldn't happen. I know there's a reason why that happened. Usually if there's a space in your words, like here, yeah. So if there's a space, that's what's going to happen. So just make sure that there are no spaces there, okay? Because if there's any space, then you'll have these holes. But just make sure there's no spaces and you should be fine, okay? That has happened to me before. It took me a while to figure out why. That's why, okay? So that's how to do the crossword part of it. With this particular template, I do have like 2 bonus options, I believe. So there are 2 versions of the front page so that you can pick and choose which one tickles your fancy. And then the back page, one option is kind of geared towards like a graduation party. Like it has like an order of events section. And then the other part is more of like a graduation invitation. So I mean, pick and choose what tickles your fancy, make it yours. That's the beauty of these templates, that you can, make it your own. So I'm pretty much done with showing you everything that I really feel like is key. I've shown you how to do the photos. You can change the text. You can move things around. If you find that things are like grouped together, you can hit the item and then hit ungroup, and then you can move things around, okay? Now, once you are done editing your newspaper and you want to send it to us for printing, once you place your order, share the link with us, because we do have the option to put like a background that will give it that like authentic newspaper look. We have the classic background, which is a light gray, and we also have the vintage background, which is like a light tan, and we do need the link to be able to do that. So to share the link, hit share, come on over to access level, and you want to make sure you click anyone with the link can edit, please. If you click can comment, can view, we cannot do anything, and we'll need to message you for edit access, okay? Once you do that, click copy the link, and then you want to send us this link via email. When you place your order, you'll get an email to send it to, but send the link to us via email, and make sure your order number is the email subject line, okay? Very important. If you don't want the background, you can just send us the PDF. And to do that, hit share again, click download. I'm going to be downloading pages for, hold on. let's do, I'm going to download pages 4 and 5. Okay, keep it simple. I'm going to download pages 4 and 5. And I'm going to, the file type is PDF print. If you have Canva, the free Canva account, you'll only be able to do this one for free. If you click this one, they'll make you pay for it, just FYI. If you do have the Canva Pro, go ahead and send this one to us because it's one less step for the printer to have to do to convert it. Okay, and then hit download. And that's pretty much it. It'll download it and then you'll be able to use it. Oh, decided to download it somewhere else, but here it is, all nice and pretty. I'm not sure what happened to the other page. It seemed not to have downloaded. I am not sure what happened there. Let me try again. Yeah, I think I may have downloaded a blank page. Yeah, that's fine. Oh well, but you can see that it is super, super simple to edit this template. I hope that it helped you feel a little bit more confident about using this template. If you have any questions, need any extra help or clarity, please feel free to reach out. Best place is typically through Etsy messages. And if you loved this tutorial and this template, be sure to check out our other templates in our shop. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Bye.